Good morning, hello, and welcome to the Hayley and Allyson show here live on Backchannel, the only place you can listen, watch, and interact with us, your hosts, via your device. If you would like to say hello this morning, let us know why you are up at this hour, then do so. We know why we are up. We're hosting this brilliant show, might I add. My name is Hayley Ellis. This is Allyson June Smith.
Howdy, everyone.
And what time is it where you are, Allyson? She's in Calgary, Alberta.
Yes, we're at 4:01 a.m., everyone.
You're really struggling today, aren't you, Ally, with the time?
Today is a rough one. Today I woke up. Some days are better than others. Today was definitely a Friday.
Today is the day if you want an honest opinion from Allyson and you want to be giving it straight, then you ask her today because she will tell you. But let us know where you are up. There's 3 ways to get in touch. The command to give to your device if you are watching on an Echo show is the word say, followed by whatever you would like to tell us this morning. If you are listening on an audio-only Echo, go to backchannel.tv. You can type in whatever you'd like to tell us this morning there. You all right, Allyson? Had a little fall then?
Yeah, I was just trying to get a little tissue. It went wrong. It went all wrong, everyone.
If you're watching on an Echo show, that was a you've been framed type moment where Allyson nearly fell out of a chair. How can you fall out when you're seated, Allyson? Who knows?
I got real gifts. I got real talents.
Real skills, people. And if you are watching on YouTube, just type in your comment in the box and we will get it there. Say hello. Let us know why you are up at this hour. It is January the 7th. I had to check then because I genuinely don't know what day it is anymore.
It's all a blur. We're in January. That's all I know. 2022. Which is like what 2020 the sequel, the second sequel. That's what's going on.
Yeah, exactly the same. New year, same stuff. January the 7th, and a happy birthday to our celebrity listeners. I mean, we don't actually know if they listen and watch, but we're just guessing because who wouldn't want to tune into the Hayley and Allyson show this morning on Backchannel? Blue Ivy Carter is 10 today. That is the child of Beyonce and Jay-Z. Happy, I bet she gets so many good birthday presents for.
Are you kidding? They probably are like, here's your child car, and here's your child. You have your own mansion, and here, God, could you imagine? You get anything.
Yeah, but there you go. Happy birthday, Blue. Lewis Hamilton is 37 today. Jeremy Renner is 51. Nicolas Cage is 58. Speaking of people who have buy unnecessary things, Nicolas Cage, happy birthday. We'll talk more about him later. And Robert Sheenan is 34. Happy birthday to you all. I can see a lovely Doug has joined us this morning. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning, Doug. You weren't here yesterday. We missed you. We genuinely were like, where's Doug? Is Doug okay? Just so you know, Doug, we think about you daily. That's terrifying. I'm sorry, Doug. No,
don't go too intense, Allyson. He won't be back on Monday if you carry on.
No, great to hear from you.
Never leave, Doug. Never leave. We are here as always until 8 a.m. this morning with lovely producer Will. Hi, producer Will.
Good morning.
Oh, look, he's got a t-shirt jumper combo this morning.
Yeah, I was wearing one of my favorite hoodies earlier. It says Will's on it. Because it's Will's, but I got my overnight oats on it, so I had to have a bit of a costume change before the start of the show. I was like, the very least I can do is wear clean clothes to come and produce the show today.
Oh, well, here we go. Doug has said, Allyson, that he overslept yesterday, and that's why he wasn't with us. So we forgive you, Doug. We forgive you. You know, it happens. We are on very early in the morning. Very early. Producer Will, is that just a way to let us know that you've had overnight oats again?
I just bragging. Look at me, a healthy breakfast, overnight oats.
That's why you have so much energy.
Can I just say, so yesterday, Will has the proud owner of our Apple Watch, and yes, mine just gone off. And I was like, add me on there so we can like compete, and like Will was like winning me by 182%, and I was like, why is he doing so well? Tell them why you're doing so well, Will.
That's because my goals are half of what Hayley's are.
I was like, oh my, he's like exceeded his
200%.
How did you guys add each other? Why am I not added to you guys? Is there something going on that you're not telling me?
I was just so surprised when Hayley was like, "Oh, Will, I want to get competitive." I was like, "You really, Hayley? Do you want to be competitive in our like movement and fitness goals?" I was just so shocked.
I need to listen. I did a competition. This is how competitive I get. So I was doing I used to have a Fitbit or any other brand of fitness tracker. And I was wearing one of them, and I had a competition with another comedian, and it got to like 11 o'clock and I could see he was still walking around. So I was like, oh, I need to get out of the car. So I stopped at a service station and just started walking around just so I beat him.
I know that one of my housemates will just plow up and down her room just so she get her steps in. Like if she's under her steps goal for the day.
It's really is a mental illness having one of these devices. But anyway, thanks, producer Will.
Thank you.
We've got loads coming up today. But did you know on this very day in history, Allyson, in 1610, do you remember that?
I do. I was 15 that year. So young 15. Yeah. It was a big year before my 16th, year before the sweet 16th. So it was a big year.
Big year for Allyson. But in 1610, on this very day, Italian astronomer Galileo discovered that 4 moons revolve around Jupiter. Were you friends with Galileo back in the day?
Yeah. I mean, he was into more spacey things, and I was.
What were you into in 1610, Allyson?
1610. Rocks. I collected rocks. I was a big rock collector. I did a lot of washing for my family. Did they wash in 1618? No, probably not. I don't know either. I invented the toothbrush, but that didn't really come out until much later.
Yeah, there you go. Listen, if you were around in 1610, let us know. Well, it's National Bobblehead Day today. Is bobbleheads those things you have in your car that do that?
Yes, that is exactly what they are. Yeah.
I do that a lot. If you're watching on an Echo show like Doug is, we do this a lot anyway. I don't know. I can't stay still, genuinely. I'm always in my chair, like swiveling around like I'm on The Voice. I'm just like, so I apologize if you're watching on an Echo show. It's also National Tempura Day today. You know about tempura? I don't.
You know what tempura is?
Is it a sauce? What is it?
No, tempura is like a batter. So it's a batter you would put over things. So if you ever go to like a Japanese restaurant, often they'll have tempura shrimp or tempura vegetables, and you dip it in kind of a sauce. So yeah, it's a type of batter. Yeah, it's lovely.
There you go. So if you were thinking, I fancy some prawn tempura, then today's the day to get your bobblehead and take it down to a sushi place and have some tempura. How do they create these? National Bobblehead Day, yet there's not a National Hayley and Allyson Day. How does this happen, Allyson?
Yet, Hayley, yet.
Busy day for me yesterday. I don't know if I've mentioned, Allyson, but I've started working out. Have I mentioned that to you?
Did you join a gym this year by chance, Hayley?
Join a gym, Allyson. Thank you for bringing that up. And yesterday I went for a little swim.
That's 3 days in a row. Can I just say that to everyone? 3 days in a row. Hayley is gone.
I can't keep up. But not tonight because I've got to drive to Hull. And no one wants to go to the gym before they have to drive.
Stop bragging. Everyone, if you've never heard of Hull, it's as exciting as Hull sounds.
But I went for a swim yesterday and it was a public swimming hour. So there was just me trying to do proper swimming and just children dive bombing next to me. It was very, very hard. It was like doing Takeshi's Castle, trying to do a swim. I'm just like avoiding these children throwing stuff. So it was very difficult. So that didn't last very long at that.
You were in the what I call the urine tank.
Please don't say that.
I'm sorry. You were it's all being killed by the chlorine.
Hayley, why have you got pink eye in both eyes? Well,
I'm into fitness. Fitness gives you pink eye, everyone. Okay, you heard it here.
Oh, hey, Tim's got good morning, Tim. Lovely Tim has joined us again. Hull has a beautiful aquarium.
Yes, it does. It does. I agree. I've been to the aquarium and it's gorgeous there. Agreed. Yeah. Tim, you're a positive person. Don't knock Hull. It's got something good.
It has, yeah. But I don't have time to visit the aquarium today. I've got to go straight to the old giggage. Do you live in Hull, Tim? Are you from the UK? Let us know where you are. Don't worry, we're not going to come and find you. You're like,
we'll leave you be. We'll let you.
We'll let you live your life, Tim. We were just wondering, to see where you are. I'm based in the UK. I am Liverpool based. Allyson is normally Manchester based in the UK, but at the minute she is. If you haven't mentioned, it's 9 minutes in. We haven't mentioned yet. She's from Calgary, Alberta, but she does live in Manchester in the UK. Doug, lovely Doug, is in Ohio, I believe. Doug, is that correct? Let us know. Yeah. Don't worry, we won't fly over there. You are completely safe. We just want to have a little chat. Just a little chat about where you are. But we've got loads coming up in today's show, Allyson. Because coming up in the next 2 hours on the show, let's see what we've got. Coming up in the next 2 hours on the Hayley and Allyson show, we will be reviewing the news stories that are a little bit funny and a little bit different. We are going to be doing the 1-star movie review game where we take a movie that's been universally panned and read out all the reviews for you to guess who it is. And we're going to be ending the show on a game of competitive true or false. It's only competitive because I make it that way. That's all coming up in the next 2 hours.
You have reached the Hayley and Allyson show with Producer Will.
That's all coming up on the show in the next 2 hours. That was Allyson June Smith's mum, Vicky, who will be making an appearance on the show later. Well, she won't be making an appearance, so just her voice, because she's in bed still, because it's very, very early.
Like most people.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim is not. So Tim got back to us here. He is not from Hull. He's from New Hampshire, USA, but he's visited Hull. Oh, Tim, of all the places in the UK to visit, please tell me you didn't holiday in Hull.
Tim, what did that travel agent try and say to you to get you to go to... No, listen, Tim, you don't want to visit London. What you want to go is where they have the best aquarium in the UK. To be fair, it's a pretty good one.
It really is, yeah. But that's all we're talking about in regards to Hull. So
I think, you know what? I love the audiences of Hull. They're always fun. They're always up for it. But let's see if that changes tonight when I'm on stage. Could very much change. But we are going to be talking about the news stories, like I say, later on. We've got loads coming up in the next 2 hours, so stick with us. I can see Chanel has joined the stream. Good morning, Chanel. Welcome to the Hayley and Allyson show, where Allyson has been up since 2 a.m, so it is a little bit intense. I'm not going to lie, this morning. And yesterday after the show, so the show finished, what time did it finish where you are? Because obviously the show's 6 till 8 Eastern Standard Time, but what finished?
Yeah, so it finished at 6 a.m.
And you went and did a workout, didn't you? Tell them what workout you did.
Well, I am a part of Apple Fitness, everyone. So I did Dance with LaShawn.
I
did a 20-minute hip hop dance. Yeah.
That's
doing my cardio.
Just stomping around, waking your parents
Let's do
up.
this. Me, Lil Wayne. You know, we did it. It was very fun. Yeah, I enjoy it. LaShawn's my favorite.
Well done, Allyson, for doing that at 6 a.m. Tim has let us know he was in Hull for a concert with Paul Heaton. I love the beautiful sound. Fair enough. And if you do come back to the UK, Paul, I think Paul Heaton, I don't know if he still does, owns a little pub called the King's Arms in Salford in Manchester, which is not far from our Allyson. And it's a lovely little pub, and sometimes the beautiful South play little songs upstairs. Very good. Little fact for you there from the UK. But like I say, we've got loads coming up. But now it is time for our agony auntie section. So if you have a problem, such as example, maybe a travel agent has sold you a trip to Hull, and let us know. I'm just kidding. Fair enough. I would go to Hull to watch Paul Heaton if I lived in the US as well, Tim. Very, very good songwriter. But we are going to be solving your problems now. I say solving. I use that word very, very loosely, because here on the Hayley and Allyson show, we asked for your problems for us to discuss on air. Just a disclaimer, we are not trained therapists. We are barely trained radio presenters. So, very, very loose. I've got a 2-1 in contemporary performing arts. Allyson used to be a drama teacher. That's the kind of advice you're going to be getting. Just bear that in mind.
It's true. But also, I always like to add this as we are giving advice. Listen, if you hear a problem and you've been through something similar and you have some advice for our listeners, please, by all means, share what you went through. Share if you have any tips to help them out, because that's the key, right? Just sharing. We're all sharing our experiences in life in this journey. Oh God, I'm tired. So please just feel free to add in as we.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone on breakfast TV before go, "Oh God, I'm so tired."
Well, you know what? I'm a real person. This is why I think everyone keeps coming back, because they're like, well, there's no polish with these two. We get what we get, and that's what we give you, everyone.
Yeah, we're realistic. Like, you watch your news anchors, and halfway through delivering the news, they're like, "Oh man, I should have gone to bed earlier."
Today is a rough one.
But we are going to try and solve your problems now. So if you have a problem you'd like us to talk about this morning on the Hayley and Allyson show, then get in touch. Listen, we can't diagnose any illnesses. Just keep it light. The command to give to your device is the word say if you're watching on an Echo show. Or if you're listening on an audio-only Echo, go to backchannel.tv on your phone. You can type your problem in there. Or if you're watching on YouTube like a lovely Tim, you can type your comment in the box below and we will receive your problems that way. So the first problem we've had, we got these through earlier on in the week, is from Amy in Alabama. Good morning, Amy. And Amy says they have an upcoming I have an upcoming reunion with some friends. I'm dreading it because they'll all be talking about spouses and children, whereas I spend my time divorced and with the dog. Any tips on making it bearable?
Yeah, Amy. I mean, look, is it wrong that I think maybe you're living a dream that they don't have? Here's what you got, Amy. You've got time. You've got, your own space. I think what you should do is before you meet up with them, brainstorm all the things that you are grateful for in your current situation, which would probably be a nice little thing for you to do anyway, Amy, because, being grateful is a great way to throw some positivity into your life. For example, I am grateful that I get to spend time with Hayley Ellis every morning. See, that makes up for getting up at 2 a.m. But yeah, I literally think you should just brainstorm ahead of time. Think about your life. Think about the things that you get to do that they don't get to do. Talk about sleeping in. Talk about, oh God, it's a whole bed to myself. Think about these things, and then you can just casually drop them in every so often.
Can I just say though, all the best people are divorced and don't have children. For example, Betty White recently, R.I.P. Betty White, absolutely loved her, but she was divorced, never had any children, and she's one of the most interesting, funny people around. So yeah, you go,
Yep.
Amy. Don't see it as it's not a bad thing. Like, you'll have loads to talk about, and like Allison's right. As soon as you go, oh, do you know what? I've been traveling. I've had a really lovely lie-in. They'll feel jealous. They'll be the jealous ones. Trust me.
And here's the other thing. They're just going to throw in all the great things about their life because they're, smoke and mirrors, Amy, is all I'm saying. Smoke and mirrors. So yeah, just go into it with your own set of smoke and mirrors. And yeah, but I really do feel, Amy, you have some things that you're going to be able to like casually drop that they're going to be like, I wish I could sleep in. God, I wish I could travel. So just look at it that way, Amy. You're the winner in this. Approach the reunion that way, Amy. And hey, you've already been through the first divorce. They're probably still heading for theirs. Good morning, everyone.
And if all else fails, Amy, just tell them you invented Post-it notes, because that is one of my favourite reunion films of all time, Rowan and Michelle. I invented Post-its. We are talking your problems here this morning on the Hayley and Allyson show. If you have a problem you would like to let us talk about on the air, we won't solve it, let's be honest.
We might give you some options. We might give them some good options of things to do.
Good options. Listen to us. Don't listen to us. There's your options. The command to give to your device is the word say if you're watching on an Echo show, or you can go to backchannel.tv, type your problem in there, and while you're there, why not hit the review button? Let us know what you think of Backchannel, and not just ourselves, the whole system. Or if you want to comment on ourselves, feel free to do so. Why am I still talking? I feel like, do you know when you meet someone and you can't stop verbalizing? Yeah. They're like, why are you still talking? That's what's happened.
Are we on a first date? Is that what's happening?
We're on a first date.
And anyway, do you like the color blue?
By the way, can I tell you about an awful time I went on the first date? This is years ago. Obviously, I've been my partner for like nearly 9 years. And he told me on his first date, he was writing a book about his life. And it was, and it was really, and I was like, what? You write a book about your life? You can't even string a sentence together talking to me. It was awful. I was going to tell you what he said if it was in his autobiography, but I just realised we're on a breakfast show. But let's just say it wasn't appropriate for a first date or a breakfast show.
Oh, lovely.
Anyway, we're talking your problems, not mine, here on the Hayley and Allyson show. And Molly from Idaho has been in touch, and she said, someone who's fairly new to my team at work is trying his best to engage in workplace banter. But I don't think he realises he's just coming off as rude and offensive. How can I help him to tone it down? Ally.
Yeah. Okay. So, Molly, so he's new to the team. Okay. So you could approach it this way. This is how I would approach it. You see him around the water cooler. Hey, Mark. We'll call him Mark. How's it going? It's been so great to have you here. We love this office and the way we work here. We've got a really good culture where, we kind of take it easy on one another, and maybe you could just discreetly describe the environment that has already been created in the workplace and how nice it is to have him there to experience the lovely culture that you have there of supportive, work relationships. And I don't know, or you could even do, I love doing stuff like this. You could talk about how you used to work at another office and you just found the environment to be a little toxic. Right? It was toxic because people were always trying to one up each other, always trying to outdo each other. Joke wise, it was too much. And sure, he might realize that you're talking about him, but you know what? Mark needs to hear it. So you can indirectly kind of tell Mark, all right, this is how we try to have things going here.
But where have you got the name Mark from?
I created it.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, Mark is
like,
fictional.
Mark
Mark is you really looked confused.
I was
Like,
thinking,
do I
oh,
have a different?
has she read out something that she shouldn't? I was
No,
going to say, no, I was panicking then, Alison.
no. Mark is a fictional. I've just
Okay.
created Mark. Mark is the person we're talking about. So that's what I do. I always like to discreetly, and people are like, well, they're going to know what you're talking about. Who cares? I mean, I think it's just an easier way than saying to Mark, like, tone it down on the old banter. Sometimes I resent the word banter because banter is like, people are like, oh, you pick on you make fun of you. It's just banter. No, let's just stop that. We're in a workplace. We don't need to have personal jokes about one another. So I understand how you feel, Molly, but that's what I would do. That would be my approach.
If you are listening at home and have any advice for Molly, or your name is Mark, that was unintentional, by the way, completely unintentional.
Yeah, I'm not talking about you, Marks, that are listening. You're
but
great.
if you have any advice for Molly or any of the people today, then get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say if you're watching on an Echo show. If you are listening on an audio only Echo, go to backchannel.tv. You can type in whatever you'd like to tell us there. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you can type your comments in the box below. Listen, if there was a work, so I've worked in many workplace environments, and I think call centers are the worst what I've worked in, because you're sat next to someone, and if you don't like them, you're with them like all day, just there. So what you could do is just pretend you're on a call. If you work in a call center, I do that. Sorry, just on the phone and just.
And just cut it off, like just stop the banter, not even directly approach it. That's good.
I mean, they might ask why you've not been talking to anyone for 10 minutes when you told them, I'm on the phone.
Tell everyone in the office to do the same thing. We're all on the phone. We can.
Yeah, so that's a good one to use if you just want them to calm down. The other thing is you could try, like when you were in school, you used to put your folder up so you didn't have to see them. I mean, real subtle ways. Did you do that in school, Allyson?
Yes, actually. We would have, you put your folders or
put your
dividers up, your binders. Yeah, exactly. Just to like, well, this is my space, my private space. Yeah.
Real subtle ways, Molly, to do it. Yeah, I think if he's new, he might just be trying to impress people. We've all been there when you're new and you're trying to fit in and trying to find your role in the workplace. I'm sure he'll settle down. And if he doesn't, just speak to HR.
Just go right to the main people and just be like the banter. Go to the top.
It's top. Have you ever had a disciplinary in work, Allyson, or been told off in work?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So not a disciplinary, but I worked at a store called Bootlegger many years ago. It was a jean store. And they were big on like, you always have to push more bootlegs. You have to push more. They would call it multis. You got to sell more things. So if somebody's got those jeans, you should really try and offer them the belt and the socks as well. And like, I'm not aggressive. If someone came in for something, I'll help them find it. I'll be like, is there anything else? This goes nice with that. They'd be like, no. And I would always get told off because I wasn't aggressive enough. I wasn't like, your multis are down, Allyson. Your multis are down. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're going in for jeans. They're not going in for a whole outfit. Like, if I was going to buy something. Doug's letting us know he's going to be out the room for a second because he has to feed his cats. Thanks, Doug.
No problem, Doug.
Allison's really scared you, hasn't she, Doug? Let us know where you are, Doug.
I was worried yesterday. It's just, and hey, you are all allowed to live your lives. Don't let me, it's just,
Let us know what your cats are called, Doug. I love them.
Oh, yeah.
If we do this, I wonder if they'll come in this room. We were talking about cats yesterday, Doug, actually, and you missed that. Allison's got, surprisingly, Allyson knows a lot about cats. Weirdly, so weird. You're like, here's the thing about Siamese cats. I'm like, how do you know so much? Really odd. Someone wants to be in a new Andrew Lloyd Webber musical, doesn't she? But we're talking your problems here this morning. If you have a problem you'd like to tell us about, such as Allyson June Smith's putting a lot of pressure on you to watch Backchannel every day, Doug, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your problem, or go to backchannel.tv. You can type your problem in there, or if you're on YouTube, you just type it in the box and we will get it here on the Hayley and Allyson show. This problem is from Jonathan in Kentucky. Good morning, Jonathan. And they say, I hate being misunderstood. It's important to me that I'm communicating properly. How do I make sure that people understand what I'm trying to say without sounding condescending? Do you know what the word condescending means, Allyson? Do you have any idea?
That was really good. That was an excellent example of being condescending. Very well done, Hayley. Very well done. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm trying to say without sounding condescending. Well, I think it's interesting that you're asking this question, Jonathan. Have you recently been finding that you sound condescending, or has somebody told you that you sound condescending? How has this even? No, I'm curious. Like
Yeah.
all of a sudden becoming aware of your communication techniques. Go ahead, Hayley. Oh, I did it.
Sorry, it's my resolution to drink 2 liters of water today, so I just needed to get some in. Sorry, Allyson.
That's okay. You just looked like you were going to say something, and I was like, "Oh, go ahead." And then she took a drink. I'm sorry.
Sorry. And by the way, if you've got any New Year's resolutions, we're going to talk about them later on in the show. If you're still doing them, let us know what they are, because mine is to drink more water. So every now and again, if you do see a really big vat of water coming screen, that's what it is. Allyson,
that's not a big vat of water. You want to see a big vat of water. It's bigger than my head, everyone. If you've got a visual, I have the largest water bottle in the world. Yeah.
But if you have a resolution, by the way, just for later on in the show and want to drop us a line and let us know what it is, do so. Sorry, Jonathan, you're talking about being misunderstood and we are going off on a tangent there. So Jonathan says, I hate being misunderstood. It's important that he communicates properly. How does he make sure that people understand what he's saying without sounding condescending? And sorry, Allyson, you've given advice.
No problem. Here's what I think, Jonathan. Before you say something to someone, take 1 minute and think, if I was to say this to me, would I hear this as condescending? You know what I mean? So it is just at this point, maybe in life, is just taking a second before you speak, thinking about what you're about to say, and then go, how would I take that? If somebody said that to me that way, is that condescending? Or you could simply say what you want to say, and then go, I hope that didn't sound condescending. You could just directly do it, because what'll happen is if you're direct about how you're feeling or worried about condescending, it's just a self-awareness. So what you're doing now is just like making yourself more aware. So I really believe over time that, Jonathan, it will naturally, the condescend, if you even have it. I think it's sweet that you're even like, do I sound condescending? And that kind of makes me go, I probably don't think you are, Jonathan. But I think what you're doing now, being self-aware of it, and then just give yourself another little moment to say, am I being condescending? Is this condescending? Even ask people, did that come across as condescending? I hope it did not. That's what I think. Jonathan. Yeah.
I like the way you ended with, if you're not watching on an Echo show, Allyson really moved a point there. Just moved a whole body to make a point.
I'm trying to stay awake. I'm trying to move to get the blood flow. I'm trying to get the blood flowing in my body, everyone.
Oh, good morning. Thank you for joining us on the Hayley and Allyson show. If you are listening this morning, let us know where you are in the world. Let us know what you're up to for the rest of the day. The command to give to your device is the word say, or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone, type your answer in there. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you can put a little comment in the box below. If you've got any resolutions, you're still doing them, let us know that as well, because I'm really trying. You're
doing great, Hayley. What are you talking about trying? It's in you. You are going to succeed with your resolutions this year. I know you are.
Thanks, Allyson. It's why it's good having a Canadian friend, because they're always optimistic. Because your friends in the UK are like, my partner's like, well, I don't see why you're doing it now, because it's never going to keep it up. That's the sort of support you get in the UK. So it's nice to have some Canadian and US friends here on Backchannel to keep me motivated. It is. We've got loads coming up in the show today, but now it is almost. Oh no, I've got one more problem. I do apologise.
Let's do one more. Yeah.
This is from Tan in Hawaii.
Hey.
Good morning, Tan. We hope you are well. And their problem is my crush keeps telling me about all the people he's talking to and the upcoming dates he's going on. While I understand he can do what he wants, that doesn't mean I want to hear about it. How can I tell him this without making it awkward or ruining my chances? Allyson.
Ooh, okay.
It's tough, isn't it? Unrequited love is hard.
Yeah. Especially if they are talking about, the people they're going on dates with and this and that. I mean, you could actually use this. Tan, I want you to change the way you see this. And what I want you to do now is use this as mining information. This person is telling you what they like, who they're dating, what's working, what's not. So Tan, although it might be hard to hear about this stuff right now, you're getting all the info you want to know from your crush.
But Allyson, say for example, he goes, oh, do you know what? I really like men with moustaches. And the next day, Tan comes in with a moustache. Do you not think that would be really obvious?
Well, what I'm saying is like, give it a week, Tan.
Okay.
And then come, you know what I mean? Like, not immediately. Not immediately, But I do think there is something to that. Now, the other thing to do is just divert conversation. So, I went on a date with this person and they, we went to this restaurant, we went out for dinner and there wasn't a lot of conversation. Oh, really? Yeah, I do find it's hard. You talk about your dating experiences. How about that? Talk about, experiences, because maybe you can like indirectly give them a portfolio of your dating history and let them know what it is you like. And, oh, I hate it when people do that. I'm with you. You could really bond over what they're going through right now and be putting in little seeds of like, but maybe I'm the one for you. I would never do that. Oh, that's horrible. That's not what you do in a you have the chance right now to use this in your favor, Tan. So it is annoying that they're doing this, but keep in mind too, they're just dating. These people that they're getting to know right now, these are just the testers. You will probably be the main event. So just enjoy this time.
There we go. Thank you, Allyson. This is the Hayley and Allyson show here on Backchannel, the only place to listen, watch, and interact with us, your hosts, via your device. If you would like to say this hello this morning, like lovely Doug and Tim have, then drop us a line. The command to give to your device is the word say if you're watching us on an Echo show and can see how high Alyson's hair is this morning. I mean, you have to watch this in a widescreen to fit all of that in, don't you? It's massive. But if you're listening on an Echo show, then you can go to backchannel.tv, get involved with the show that way. Drop us a line that way. Dead easy. I can't stress how easy that is. And while you're there, why not hit the leave a review button? Let us know what you think of the skills of Backchannel. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, then drop us a line. Tim, are you still with us? Let us know. The command to give, you just type it in, actually. I'm just going to go into the autopilot then. The command to give to your device. Just type it in.
I know he knows. Yeah.
He knows. He's doing it. Listen, it's time for a game. Are you up for a game, Allyson?
Yes, I'm ready for a game.
Well, this game is called the One Star Movie Review. It is a staple here on the Hayley and Allyson show. What we do is we take a movie that has been universally panned by the people of the internet. We're not talking about professional reviewers. We're talking about your average Joe person. They've watched this film. They've hated it that much that they've gone online and wrote a 1-star review about this film. We're going to read out their reviews and we're going to ask you to guess what the film is. I can see that Tim is still with us. Thank you, Tim. And Doug is back from feeding his cats. What do you feed them, Doug? Any little treats or was it a meal? Let us know. I don't know why I'm asking that.
You're like, I'm curious. Is it Whiskas? Do you like Whiskas or what brand is it?
Yeah. But there we go. Yeah, and I can see Chanel is still with us as well. Good morning. So we're going to read out these reviews. Well, I say we. Allyson is going to read out these reviews that people have left online for this film. They've all given this film a 1-star review. That is how much they've hated it. Now, usually I would say it doesn't mean the film's bad. It could be an Oscar-nominated film that they've left a 1-star review. But today, little clue, is a bad film. Terrible film.
I have not seen this film. I'll be honest with you. I have not seen it. So I like that you're like, just so you know, this one is.
Oh, I haven't seen it, but anything that gets below 4 on IMDb isn't good, is it? This got a 3.2. This must have absolutely stunk the room out in the theatres, but it might be a classic. It might be one that you like. It's all individual taste, like myself and Allyson. We love Grease too. Not for everyone. Not for half the population. Actually, over that. What would they say if they knew it was Michael? Anyway, let's read out the first 1-star review. If you would like to make a guess, if you think you know what the film is, the command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone or type your answer in the YouTube and we will get the answers that way. Allyson, first review. Now,
yes.
Allyson is a professionally trained actress, and I like to get her to read out the reviews in the style of something. Now, listen, if you're listening and you think, I'd like Allyson to read out this review in the style of a news reporter, or if you'd like to give Allyson some motivation, then let us know also. You can interact that way. Drop us a line on the usual channels. Let us know how you'd like Allyson to do a read, because I am running out of ideas. So, Allyson,
yes,
the first review, I'd like you to read as a children's TV presenter.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Children's TV presenter. Here we go. I don't understand how they can make a movie this bad without a semblance of direction. No joke. I was an hour and 16 minutes into an hour and 34-minute movie, and I still didn't know what it was about. Is the house haunted? Are the mountain people all crazy? Is it psychological? What is the purpose of what I'm watching? I have no idea of what's going on.
Lovely read, Allyson. But if you know what the film is that that particular person gave a 1-star review to, let us know now. Clues in the film. We know it's an hour and 34 minutes long. If you're really precise about your films, and you're like, actually, there's only 7 movies out. But we know that it's about, is the house haunted? Are the mountain people crazy? There's a few little clues there. Get your guesses in if you think you know from that clue, from that review even, and then let us know. The command to give to your device is the word say. Go to backchannel.tv on your phone if you're listening on an audio only Echo, or type your answer in YouTube there. What is the name of the film? Allyson is going to read us out another review. This is a separate person who also left this movie 1 stars, and I'd like you to read this movie out as a let's say a man called Brian. Yeah, he's 88, and he's on a plane, but he's scared of flying. Is that enough information for you?
Yep, that's good. Brian in his 80s on a plane, flying, terrified. All right, here we go. The first 30 minutes of the film were good. It introduced the characters and you didn't know who to trust. Oh God, this is terrifying. The Neighbor. It is set up to be a good movie. However, the second half of the film is why it has got such a bad rating. With half an hour to go, there had been no action, no jump scares, no real sense of what the plot of the movie is heading in. Finally, with 15 minutes to go, the action was taking place, and with a good ending, this film could have saved itself. Does anyone have a Xanax?
Thank you, Allyson. But what is the film? This person gave this film a 1-star review, but they said they liked the first 30 minutes of the film. They said it was good, introduced the characters, and you didn't know who to trust. For example, the neighbor. But we know it's a scary movie. We know what someone says. Is it a psychological movie? They don't know. It involves mountain people. But what is the movie? If you think you know and you would like to make a guess, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess. Or if you're listening on an audio only Echo, go to backchannel.tv on your phone. Or if you're watching on YouTube, just type the comments in the box. We will get them there. Now, I'm running out of ideas how to get Allyson to do these, how to read these reviews. So if you would like to now suggest a way that Allyson could read this, you can give us as much or as little information as possible. So, for example, that one I give her there, she was a man who's scared of flying. You could say that you were an old woman who likes cats. Let us know how you would like Allyson to do the next read. What have I suggested in the past for you, Allyson? Just give people some ideas.
Oh, I love that one was a musical theater student, so you wanted me to sing at the end of all the sentences. Now and again, I just break out into song. Don't worry, not an intense song, everyone.
No,
I just
and also, just the more difficult your suggestions, the more it amuses me, basically. So let us know how you would like Allyson to read out the next 1-star movie review. I'm going to open it out to you. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by how you'd like Allyson to do the read, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone, or you can type it in YouTube. I'll give them a few minutes just in case you'd like Allyson to do that. I can tell you this review, this movie got 3.2 on IMDb. It's an absolute stinker, according to the internet.
It's a scary movie, though. Scary movie. I can't believe I haven't seen it, and it's a scary movie.
I don't think I've seen it. I've probably blocked it out. These actually reviews, I'm thinking, it sounds familiar, but it could be any horror movie, couldn't it? It's something about to do with a haunted house, possibly. Mountain people. Is it psychological? The first half an hour, according to one person who did a review, said it was good. But what is the film? If you think you know, let us know. Alyson's going to read out another movie review.
I have an idea. People haven't written in yet, which is fine. Feel no pressure, everyone. If you think of a way for me to read, fine. But Hayley, I'll take it off of you for a second. I'll take the pressure off you. Why don't I do like Valley Girl, like like Totally, like a Totally kind of girl.
Is this like a sort of Paris Hilton back in the Simple Life days?
Yes, that sort of thing. Yeah. So let's do that for a little bit of fun. Here we go. You could tell this was pitched on the idea and not the story. The whole movie builds tension and then realizes it's like an old man after dinner. First of all, the suspense was reminiscent of Halloween buildup, and you had your red herrings and suspects. And even though, well, maybe it is the mom or the kid doing something, but all that guessing is for naught because the writers gave up on any payoff for those threads. An interesting choice, I say to myself. Where will it lead? Nowhere.
Thank you, Allyson. We are reading out the 1-star movie reviews that people have left online for a horror film. They don't like this film. IMDb even doesn't like it. It got 3.2. But what is the film? If you think you know from the reviews that we are reading out, let us know. The command to give to your device if you're watching on an Echo Show is the word say. Or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone, type your answer in there, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can put your answer in the box below. Let us know what you think the film is. That got 3.2 on IMDb. Another little clue, it was released in 2018. Yeah, that's it. That's all the clues I'm giving you for now. It's a pretty hard one today, I think. Alyson's going to read out another review now. Is this the final review, Allyson?
I believe this is the final one. This is the final review.
Final review. And Allyson, I would like you to read this out in the style of someone from the Charles Dickens era.
Oh gosh. Okay. Give me a little example, Hayley.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea if I can't do it myself, Allyson, and I'm asking you to do it.
Give me a little.
Boy, what year is it? Do you know that
Gotcha.
sort of?
Okay. Yeah, that's a
dated.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try. What a way to kill off a promising new star's acting career before it took off. The main actor was good, fresh and original in 13 Reasons Why, a stunningly surprising and exciting new Netflix production. ... Then somebody decided to cast him and waste him in this turkey of a movie. Where to begin? Spoilers. A tired, worn-out formula. Grieving mother drags college son A tired, worn-out formula. Grieving mother drags college son how to score runs away from his friends and studies up to the mountains to grieve at an empty but extraordinarily well-kept friend's casual mountain lodge.
There we go. We are reading out reviews that have been left online that have all been given 1 star. But what is it's the film in question. It got 3.2 on IMDb. We can tell you that the main character was in the 13 Reasons Why on Netflix, but he was wasted in this film apparently. Producer Will, do you mind just jumping on for a second? I'm just having a few technical issues. I just need to disappear. And we could do a little rundown for me. That would be amazing.
Hello. I personally love that they called it a turkey of a movie. I love that description.
Scathing reviews. A turkey of a movie. I've not heard that one before.
I do enjoy it. Have you seen this movie, Will?
No, I haven't. What I can tell you is that this was on IMDb. There's a list of like the 100 worst movies, like the 100 movies that have got the worst reviews on IMDb. So yesterday we had the Slender Man movie. And this one is kind of in a similar vein.
Brilliant.
It's got that creepy kind of feel to it.
Creepy and yet not scary because they're very bad. So you know.
Yeah. It's
Although I was going to say, to be fair with you, I love a bad horror film. We often talk about horror films and how I am a big fan of a scary flick, but I don't like good scary flicks. These are the ones that I particularly like, right? 6 friends go into the woods, make it 7 is what I say. I'm there.
Only 3 come out.
I love it. The cheesier, the better. I always look for like horrible titles, stuff called like Devil's Pudding or, it's great.
So like Cockneys versus Zombies.
Oh, I watched that instantly. Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. I was on that like nobody's business. Yeah.
So, do you want to be scared or no? That's what.
Yeah. I guess I'm not looking. Look, I'm always going to jump. There's always going to be some terror moments, but I think I watch it for the cheesiness because there's such a fine line between comedy and horror, in my opinion. So.
I've seen your comedy, Ali. I can tell you that is pretty accurate. There's a lie. I've not seen your comedy.
Hey, thank you, producer Will. Thank you for that. like, have we done the reveal yet? Let's do the reveal.
No, we have not done the reveal, Hayley. I wouldn't do that without you. What are you talking
Thank you,
about?
Allyson. I really appreciate your support.
Good.
So the 1-star film that these people left online, it got 3.2 IMDb. I can reveal is The Open House. Now,
here's brief synopsis. Can I read a brief synopsis?
Yeah, go for it.
So a teenager and his mother. Wait, let me do it more scary. A teenager and his mother find themselves besieged by threatening forces when they move into a new house.
Dun, dun, dun. I think I started watching this and then just turned it off after 5 minutes. Honestly.
Oh. Well, taste, you have it. That's great. I probably would have gone all the way through. The worse it gets, the more I'm sticking it out to the end. Yeah.
I like the way you did the movie voice there, Allyson. Could you do a movie voice about me? So just describe what my average weekend is like for me, but in the style of a movie.
Hayley Ellis, finally leaving her house, has been condemned to complete isolation with her husband and child for over 2 weeks.
I mean, it was really good, but he's not asked me to marry him, so.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Thank you, Allyson, for bringing that up. This is the Hayley and Allyson show. Welcome. If you have just joined us, let us know where you are in the world. Let us know what you're up to today. Or if you want to just get involved in general and tell us whatever you would like, then do so. Backchannel is the only place to listen, watch, and interact with us, your hosts, via your device. If you have a question, for example, Allyson, how do you get your hair so big in the morning? You can message that in and we will do our best to answer. But I can tell you the answer to that is magic. The command to give to your device is the word say. If you are watching us on an Echo show, that is the way to get involved. If you are listening on an audio-only Echo, go to backchannel.tv on your phone and you can type in there whatever you'd like to tell us this morning. Or if you're watching on YouTube, just type your answer into the comments box, and we will get it. But now it is time for the news stories that are from around the world that are a little bit different. We don't want to talk about what's actually happening in the world. We don't talk about politics here. We like to keep it light. We like to keep it fun because if you don't know, there's a little bit of a virus still going round, never going away. But we're talking the news stories this morning. And speaking of the virus, I say we're not going to talk about it. Well, the first story is actually about the virus because
this story is fantastic, though, and I think this should change the world of dating. All right, go.
Well, I'm not with you on this. Basically, a story on the mirror.co.uk if you want to have a look at it. There's a woman on TikTok. Of course, it's on TikTok now. She basically was forced to isolate with her Tinder date after they both tested positive for COVID on their first date. So they went on. I don't know the ins and outs of it because to me, they've gone on a date and then they've tested and they've found out they've got corona, but then they've isolated together for the following 10 days. So she moved into this man's flat. So she just met him, right? So she'd met him. It's a Tinder match. They found out they both had COVID. So they isolated at his place for 10 days, despite barely knowing each other. Spent all that time together.
And she put it out on TikTok. She was like, here's us.
Of course
we
she
ordered
did.
food. He cooked me food. We had some beers tonight. Like, it sounded like they had a nice, lovely time. Yeah.
It did. But can you imagine at this age, isolating with someone and then that you don't know, and then they're filming you and telling you to do TikTok dances? I'd be like, get out of my house. I don't care if you're infected. You need to leave. Go.
Yeah. You'd be like, I'm going to isolate myself in my bedroom. You can just...
Do you know what? You could isolate in the shed outside. But yeah, they apparently got on really, really well. So, fingers crossed for them, it works out. But yeah, there's a little TikTok video of them, and they've ordered takeaways. They play Mario Kart together. It didn't say that whether on 10 days he charged her rent. Imagine if you just give her a bill at the end of 10 days. This is what you owe me for electricity.
I broke it all down, the monthly amount by day. So each day that you were here.
Yeah, she's like this footage of him on the sofa. I mean, I hope he has agreed to all of this. But yeah, there you go. Weirdest date that, isn't it? They've gone on this Tinder date and they've ended up spending 10 days together in isolation.
Producer Will put, I'm here for it. It takes 10 days to like me.
Do you know what, Producer Will? That's not true. It's took us a lot longer.
I was going to say I fell in love with you the first sight I saw you, Will, but... we keep you balanced, Will.
I'm just joking. He knows we love him. Lovely producer Will that is single, by the way. So if anyone would like to date him, get in touch with the show. The command to give to your device is the word say. followed by your phone number and your annual income, and
And if you want him to isolate with you, you must have excellent internet, though, so we can still get access to him because we would be lost without Will.
We wouldn't be able to do the show if he isolated with someone with poor Wi-Fi, but there you go. We are talking the news stories this morning on the Hayley and Allyson show. If you've seen a fun news story and you think, oh, you're isolating at the moment with someone you met on Tinder, let us know. Or as well, tell us your bad date stories. I'm so here for them.
We love those. Yeah.
We'll
always talk bad dates. Yeah.
We will. So let us know your bad date story. If you've been on a bad date or a funny date, let us know. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by whatever you'd like to tell us about your date. Or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone, type your little story in there. Or go to, I'm really patronising it, type your little story. Or go to YouTube. You can type it in the comments below. But do let us know. I'll tell you mine. I've told you this before, Allyson. So this is many, many moons ago. I went on a date with a guy I met on a dating site in the UK. And he turned up and he had really long fingernails, like Wolverine type fingernails. Yeah, and it's not for everyone, not for me. But you don't see them in I think you should do a profile picture where you see the hands now.
That's how you would choose your dates? They show me everything. They show me everything. I've seen their toenails.
Some people send stuff that you don't want to see.
Yeah. You're like, I want to see all of it except for that. I don't need to see that. I just show me your hygiene. Show me your hygiene. Show me your.
I want to see your bathroom cabinet. Check that you use deodorant. But yeah, I was very shocked with it. I asked him if he was a musician. He said he wasn't.
You're polite. Look at you're like, why do you have these? Are you a guitarist? Maybe you're in a band. Maybe, yeah.
But my friend said, and it was quite funny, I spoke about this on stage in the past. My friend was like, oh, but I bet it'd be really handy if you drop your credit card. You could just pick it up really easily. Got the grasp.
Oh, look at that. Silver lining. That is nice. I like your friend. They're like, no, but there's some useful things. Creepy long fingernails.
Have you been on any bad dates?
God, it's been so long since I've been on dates. I honestly, I'm trying to think. No, because you know what? I never even had to do.
I just meet the one.
So every single time I've met the one. No, yeah, I missed. I'm of the generation because I'm 102 years old, where I never I know dating apps were there, but I just conveniently always just kind of I don't know. I lucked out. I met people and.
I'll tell you this one. Here's another bad date one. Speaking of, so I'm very competitive, as Allyson and Will know. But I went on a date with a guy, and we played a game of pool together, and I won, and he was really mad, and he was like, "Best of 3," and he was like, honestly, and then after we played, he was like, "Do you want to play squash on Wednesday?" I was like, "No,
this really I don't need this. I've got enough of that in my own head." You're like, you have no idea how competitive I am with myself. I don't need you being like, what's the next? Backgammon? Should we, do you row? Are you a rower?
Row? Let's row Friday. But yeah, if you've had a bad day, let us know. It makes me feel better because Alyson's had just the perfect date in history. But if you've had a bad one, let us know. The command to give to your device is the word say, and you can tell us your bad date story there. Or if you're listening on an audio-only echo, go to backchannel.tv on your phone. Or if you're watching on YouTube, type it in the comments below. But we're at the minute talking the news stories about a woman who was forced to isolate with a Tinder date after they both tested positive for COVID. One of them's give it the other one, haven't they?
Yeah.
And then they're like,
yeah. And then they're like, well, we both got it. I think that's interesting, though. So they went on a date probably, and one of them gave it to the other. And then they're like, well, we both got it. Do you want to hang out for 10 days?
I mean, halfway through the date, they've gone, should we do a corona test? It must have got really dull. They've gone, whoa, right. Found out about your family, your job. Should we just do a COVID test?
Ooh, I've got a couple of tests in my bag. Do you want to...
Oh, we are.
I'll swab your nose if you swab mine. It's very romantic. It's
Mr. Darcy. We're talking the news stories here on the Back Channel show this morning with Hayley and Allyson and producer Will and Doug, who is with us, has cats. And there's a story, Doug, that you might find. Well, actually, it's a little bit terrifying for a cat owner because on UPI.com, a family accidentally donated to a thrift store an old recliner. But what they didn't realise is their cat was inside it. The family cat. Don't worry, it's a happy ending because a cat was reunited with the Colorado family after being accidentally donated to a thrift store. They realised the cat was missing. They went back to the thrift store and the thrift store had already found it and they'd given it to the animal shelter. But luckily, The cat is now reunited with the owner. The cat's name is Montiquella. They weren't injured, and they were reunited with the family. But yeah, the cat snuck inside the recliner. They've took it to the store, not realised the cat's missing. And as the store's like, oh, we've got this old recliner, we'll put that on sale now, and the cat's just crawled out of it. Bless him.
Little kitten. It looked like an orange kitty too. It was real cute. I like orange kitties.
Stowaway cat.
Yeah. The cat was trying to make a break for it. Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
They must find some unusual things in thrift stores, mustn't they? Like stuff that you leave in your pockets. And
I'd almost be scared to work in a thrift store, to be like, what's yeah, terrifying. You know?
Yeah, because people donate and they do not wash. But like, yeah, I think it'd be really interesting. My granddad used to be a train driver. Have I told you this?
No.
He used to work on the trains in the UK, and he likes to collect things. And people would leave stuff on the train, and he'd just bring it home for us and be like, I found this doll. And we're like, why is there blood on it? I don't want it. It's like, oh, it's perfectly good. But he'd find stuff on the train, just bring it home, and we're like, we don't want that, Granddad.
Thanks for this stuff. Yeah. Well, that's that generation who are like, it's still good. The doll has no head. Yeah, we'll find a head. Don't worry. In time, we'll get it a head. Don't worry.
I'll just draw one. I'll stick a spoon in its neck and draw it on. No, Granddad.
If you look, it just like your face is in the spoon, so it looks like a head almost.
I want a Barbie. That's what it was like growing up. But we are talking your story. Have you found anything in a thrift shop, and it's a bargain? Oh, I love to hear about a bargain, don't you?
Oh yeah. My dad loves a thrift store. Like my dad is all about. And in
it's where he found your mum, wasn't it? It was where he found your mum.
Exactly. She was in the coat pocket of a the main one of the main thrift stores here, like the chain, is called Value Village in Canada, which I love. Isn't that a nice name? Value Village. And I mean, all sorts of things. And I used to live next door actually to a girl in Toronto who was really into cosplay and toy collection. Her particular toy that she really was My Little Pony. Did you ever have any My Little Ponies?
I did have a My Little Pony, yeah.
Yeah. So we used to comb. Oh yeah, brush the tail. So we used to comb the Value Villages in Toronto, and she would be looking for toys that she could like clean up and, you know, either keep herself or resell. And she was amazing. She was amazing at like fixing up these toys and making it like new again. So yeah, I love a thrift shop. Yes,
we do. I love a thrift shop. We're talking the news stories here on the Hayley and Allyson show this morning. And Allyson, this story is from another one from UPI.com.
I love this one.
It's a Chinese woman. She celebrated her dog's 10th birthday. Now, how do you celebrate a dog's 10th birthday? Why, of course, you organise 520 drones to put on a light show in the sky. Of course you do.
520 drones. I bought my dog a doggy cupcake, is what I did to celebrate his birthday.
Well, that's disappointing, Allyson, because as you all know, we do need 520 drones to celebrate the dog's birthday. They actually lit up the sky in China, and they I mean, this is a full light show for this dog's 10th birthday. I'm sure the dog was thrilled by it. But they flew over the river. They arranged themselves. I mean, have you ever tried flying in a drone?
I actually have not. Have you flown a drone?
They're impossible. Yes. It literally crashed into a wall. Actually, so I'll tell you this story very, very quickly. On stage, so myself and Allyson are stand-up comedians. We do hour-long shows in a place called the Edinburgh Festival every now and again. And the end of my show, I'm not going to go into it because it's a very long story. I bought like a little tiny plane drone, and I was going to fly it on stage, right? And got used to doing it, practiced, and one of the previews where we try out our jokes and material, did I tell you this? It flew off into the audience and just skimmed a woman's head. So it's good that I have public liability insurance, to be honest with you. It's like, playing the video. There we go. But yeah, sorry, it was playing the drone video. Oh no, there we go, still going.
And it is pretty spectacular. If you do see this video, it's like, so at first they like do a fun little light show, then they like create a box, like a present box, and inside the box is a puppy. Like this is all drones with lights. They've like, it's unbelievable. Like it was and then they cut to a clip of the dog watching, and the dog like turns its head a few times and then just.
I apologize. I'm getting some music from one of my devices, and I don't know where it's coming from. I feel like a proper nana now. I'm like, who is that? Where's it coming from? Producer Will, if you would like to come on anyway, because Producer Will's going to do the next story for us.
Your
Hayley
twin.
is having one heck of a technical day today.
Go on,
I love
Grandma.
Oh,
Go and sort
no, I
yourself
need to
off.
sum up. I don't know what's happening.
Come on, Grandma. Put yourself together.
it.
Anyway.
Go turn off your 8-track player, Grandma. All right.
Funny. Okay, I've got a cracking story for you,
Okay.
Ali. I think you're gonna like it. Are you superstitious, Ali? Do you think? Do you believe
No, I mean, like being from the theater world, I don't say Macbeth if I'm backstage. That's one thing. I won't do
in
that.
the Scottish
but-
play?
Yeah, but I'm not particularly superstitious. Like a lot, sometimes comedians don't like to get paid before they do their show. They like to get paid
Yeah.
after the show.
Mhm.
I am not one of those comedians when it comes to
Oh.
that superstition. You give me the money whenever you're ready to give me the money.
I want to get
so-
paid. Any opportunity that I can get for someone to give me some money, I'm going to take it. Okay,
Let's
well,
do it.
this story is about a woman who predicts things with asparagus. She uses like asparagus spears to predict. You know, some people might use dice or like crystals, crystal balls, that kind of thing. Not this woman. No. She uses spears of asparagus. I don't know if it's the same asparagus every time because I think they actually go bad. Surely she must use fresh asparagus. I don't know if she grows it. Anyway, she calls herself an this is hard to say. Asparamancer, like asparamancer, funny.
I love it.
Anyway, so she's predicted all kind of things that are going to happen that are coming up. She's called Jemima. As you know, she's made tons of announcements. She thinks that the Duke of Sussex, Harry, is going to return back to the UK. He's going to move away from California and come back here. She thinks that the Queen's going to make some kind of important announcement in June to coincide with her birthday. Who knows what that could be? And there's obviously the asparagus that's telling her all this.
Yeah. I like this one. Big salaries for star sportsmen and the obsession with celebrities will become a thing of the past. We can only hope.
We can
My
hope so.
asparagus master.
Jemima. So yeah, I mean, of all the ways to predict things, she's picked the asparagus. It seems to be working for her. So maybe at the end of the year, we'll do a little review, and we'll see how much she got right.
And I'm sure some of you are like, but how? How does she use the asparagus to read? You know, it's not tea leaves. It's no. But this is what she does. The picture kind of shows the way she does. She takes the spears, and she gently tosses them, and I guess however they land, then she reads the spears.
Reads the asparagus.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wonder if we can like pay her for like a private session to predict. Like, is Will going to find a boyfriend in 2022? Will Allyson come into a fortune in the next year? These are all the questions that I would want the asparagus to answer.
Will this asparagus end up on a plate with salmon and hollandaise sauce?
Delicious.
So delicious.
Can I cook the asparagus after it's predicted my future and into Hayley's off to go to eat asparagus? Can I cook it into nice. I think I'm gonna have asparagus for dinner tonight now.
Oh God, I love a little asparagus.
Yeah. Asparagus.
Hayley, there you go.
Sorry, I've just been to order some asparagus on my online shop.
Yeah.
So you can predict your future.
Did you figure out where the music was coming from?
I did, yeah. I did. Thank you. I've never felt so old in my entire life.
You're funny.
Where's that? It was actually Allyson coming from my head. Thank you, producer Will. Listen, thank you for joining us if you are this morning, and thank you for getting involved in the show. If you have, we have got loads coming up. We're here till 8 a.m, but there are shows here all day on Backchannel. So after ourselves is the wonderful Liv Harrison. She is up next with her show Live Every Day. Then we have the Anthony Davis show, and then it's followed by your pal Hal with Hal Rudnick later on. Get involved with all those shows. Stick around throughout the day. Backchannel is the only place to listen, watch, and interact with us, your hosts, via your device. But Allyson, we're here for another hour yet, and we have got loads coming up. Do you want to hear about it?
I would love to hear about it. What do we have coming up, Hayley?
Coming up in the next hour of the show, we are going to be talking to your mum, Allyson, and playing the game Guess the Celebrity. Who is Vicky describing? We are going to be talking about the most embarrassing moments that happen to you on a day-to-day basis. And as always, we end the show on a game of competitive, true or false. It's competitive because I make it that way. That's all coming up in the next hour of the show.
You have reached the Hayley and Allyson show with producer Will.
Allyson, that was your lovely mum Vicky there doing that very professional jingle where she forgets the name producer Will halfway through. And
yeah, my mum. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's because your mum's obviously so professional. We thought, you know what, we'll ask her to play a little game on the Hayley and Allyson show. Of course, why wouldn't we?
Yep. And so she describes celebrities. The fun thing about my mother, though, I want you to know, particularly for this one that comes up, is that my mom forgets words sometimes. So when she forgets a word, and I think I do this too, she kind of makes up a word that sounds like it.
Okay.
And is like, you know what I mean, the blah, 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 blah. And you have to like fill in the blank. So in this description, she does the same thing. She goes to use a word, but then like can't really remember the end of it. So it's fun, everyone. It's real fun.
Real fun. You don't get this on any other show.
No.
Ladies, 70-year-old ladies forgetting words, but who is the celebrity? Lovely Vicky Smith is going to give you the first clue, and then because it's not that great, Vicky's clues are awful.
Not good.
She's terrible to play Cluedo with and guess who with, put it that way. But we're going to give you more clues, and we would like you to guess who the celebrity is. If you do win, you can win a personalised song from Allyson June Smith this morning. You can give Allyson 3 words. She'll put them in a song for you. That's the kind of prizes we give away here on Backchannel. Absolute rubbish. So, let's hear Vicky's clue. Who is the celebrity Vicky is talking about?
Well, this guy is more dark complected, has a lovely beard, a mustache, brown eyes, great smile.
Now, by complected, what she means there is complexion, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Complexion. There we go.
Darker complexion. Yeah.
But who is Vicky talking about? Listen, you're not going to get it from that. If you do,
you're amazing.
Yeah.
You are the person. No,
you will probably be Vicky listening to the show, guessing it again. But so I'll give you a few more clues. Who is the celebrity? If at any point you think, I know who this celebrity is, Hayley and Allyson, then get in touch. The command to give to your device, if you're watching on an Echo show, is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone. You can type in there. Or if you're watching on YouTube, just type it in the comments box and we'll get it there. Loads of ways to get in touch and do so. So, who is the celebrity Vicky is describing? Let's give the clue one more time, Will, if that's okay.
Well,
who is Vicky?
This guy is more dark complected, has a lovely beard, a mustache, brown eyes, great smile.
Brown eyes, great smile. Who is the celebrity? Here's a few more clues because no one will get it off that one.
No.
It's a man. Okay,
Vicky. It's a man.
Imagine her in a police lineup. Who was it that mugged you? Well, great party.
Great party.
They rocked you, Vicky. So Allyson, sorry, my computer's playing up. Can you give us the first clue if that's okay?
Yes, no problem. So first clue, well, other than Vicky's not very clear description, besides being an actor, he is a successful DJ, everyone.
In 2019, he launched his own record label, Seven Wallace Music, and he played a DJ set at 2019 Coachella. But who is the celebrity? If you think you know, get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your answer. Or if you're listening on an audio-only Echo, go to backchannel.tv on your phone. Or if you're watching on YouTube, just type it in the comments. His first acting job was in Crime Watch, doing murder reconstructions. Now, I don't know if you have that in the US, do you?
We do. What is it called, though? It's called...
like Most Wanted or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. And there used to be another one. I forget the name of it. But yes, absolutely. A Crime Watch reenactment where you reenact. I love that was his first acting job. I think that's a lot of actors' first acting jobs is little things like that. Also, I know actors who get hired to go into hospitals and pretend they have illnesses. So then young doctors can try to figure out what it is they have from... Yeah. I used to have acting friends that were hired to do that. Yeah.
And can I tell you what my first acting job was?
Yes, Hayley.
I was an extra in the background. Now, if you watch background TV, look out for this because you're not allowed to actually physically talk. You have to mouth because the sound, they put it all on. So you have to sit there going like that, right? So one of my friends was there as well with me on the day, and he was getting really annoyed because he was paired up with someone to pretend they were having a conversation in a pub, so they had to do this. But the guy wouldn't give him a gap to pretend he was talking back. So the background artist was just like, just constantly moving his mouth. So my friend's like, I can't even pretend I'm talking back.
That would annoy me. Background for doing the mouth movement in theater, I learned a good word to say in the background that makes your mouth look is watermelon.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, because you can emphasize it. You can do it less. Watermelon is a good background. Just Hayley for all your future background work.
Thanks, Allyson. Is that what you think of me? She's only ever going to do background. I won't give her any actual
watermelon.
Harry Styles talking about watermelon. But sorry, we digress. Who is the actor? We know that Allison's mum said he's got a lovely beard and moustache. In 2019, he launched his own record label. His first acting job was in Crime Watch, doing murder reconstructions. Then he was in Absolutely Fabulous, which is Jennifer Saunders and Joanna Lumley's film. He currently holds the 20th spot on the list of actors whose films have grossed the most amount of cash. So he's wedged right between Stanley Tucci and at number 19 Don Cheadle in the 21st spot. And one more clue, he co-directed and starred in the Mumford & Sons music video for Lover of the Light. But who is the celebrity? Who is it? Get your guesses in, and you could win a song from Allyson June Smith. Money cannot buy. Because money, no one would pay. No one would pay if you had to. The command to give to your device to make a guess, if you think you know who the celebrity is, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess. Or if you're listening on an audio-only echo, go to backchannel.tv, type your guess in there. Or on YouTube, you can put it in the comments below. Who is the celebrity? He was awarded an OBE in 2016 from the Queen for acting.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be dumb. What does OBE stand for? Do we know?
Yeah, of course I do. Obviously I do.
Producer Will, tell me what OBE stands for. It's just because I like to know the full titles, yeah?
Order of something.
Mm-hmm. Order of the... So you can only get it if you live in Britain.
Okay.
Order of the British Empire.
Order of the British Empire. I have one for services to live show production.
Yes, you do.
No, you do not.
Services to podcasting. Will dial OBE for services to podcasting. I'm manifesting it. Next year it's going to happen.
I see it. I believe it. Put it on the vision board, Will. Put it on the vision board. Yeah.
Thank you, producer Will. So this celebrity has an OBE in 2016. He got that from the Queen for acting. In 2008, I mean, this man is phenomenal because in 2015, he broke the UK land speed record by traveling at 180.361 miles per hour.
On what? Doing what? Like,
on foot, Allyson. Of course, no.
No, come on.
I presume it was in a car. I presume it was on some sort of show, like But yeah, he broke the land speed record. He was
he just got a speeding ticket, is what that is. He just got.
Imagine if that's what it is. He was one of Time's 100th most influential people in 2016, and then one of their sexiest men alive in 2018. He's one of my sexiest men alive as well.
He's beautiful. Yeah.
He was. Not that we objectify here on the Hayley and Allyson show.
We don't. No, I'm sure he's very intelligent and smart and lovely to talk to as well.
He was born in London in September 1972, which makes him 49 years of age. And here we go. Final clue of who is the celebrity. He is known for The Wire, The Fast and Furious, Luther, 4, and The Mountain Between Us. And he's rumoured to be the next Bond. But who are we talking about? Let's play Vicky's clue again. Allyson June Smith's mum, give us a lovely clue.
Well, I mean, this guy is more dark complected. Has a lovely beard, a mustache, brown eyes, great smile.
Great smile, great smile.
Rumoured to be the next Bond, but who is it? Get your final chance to get a guess in now. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your answer. Tim is the first one in with the correct answer. Yes, Tim, of course it is Idris Elba. Well done, Tim.
Great
He wins
job,
a song.
Tim.
You win a lovely song from Allyson June.
Tim, I believe you won a song the other day. So, I mean, that's why he's jumping on so quickly. He knows. He knows these gems.
Oh, Tim, do you really want a song, Tim? If you want one, let us know. Listen, you've won the right to have a song, Tim. What we usually do is I throw Allyson June Smith under a bus here because I say, Tim, suggest 3 words you'd like Allyson to put in a song, and she will make that song up for you while I talk about the next segment. We give her an unreasonable amount of time to write it as well. It's an absolute classic. So, because Tim correct, the correct celebrity for that was, of course, the lovely Idris Elba, and I really do hope he's the next Bond because I think you'd be amazing.
Oh,
but
such a good Bond.
I would actually start watching Bond films then.
I would too, because I don't mean to get political, everyone, but I just haven't watched really a lot of Bond films, but I would 100% jump on board.
So, all right, Allyson, calm down.
Sorry, I'm turning into my mother.
I know, you really are. Great bad. But Tim, if you'd like to suggest 3 words for Allyson to put in a song, then do so. Listen, we understand if you don't want it. We understand.
How dare you? You made me do this. And now you're like, but if you don't, Hayley's listened to a lot of them. So she's like, why did I make her do this?
It's weird because when you close your eyes at nighttime, I can still hear them. I can still hear them in my head. It's like tinnitus when Allyson sings a song. Just stays there. But Tim, that's your prize. And if you want to claim it, feel free to let us know. We'll wait for your words to come through. But while we do, on the next segment of the show, we're going to be talking about embarrassing things that happen on a day-to-day basis. Now, there's an article on BuzzFeed.com and about the day-to-day sort of things, embarrassing things that happen, sort of like holding the door open for someone, but they're really far behind and they have to run to get to the door. You know that?
Yeah.
Well, at number 1 on the list of the embarrassing things that sort of happen on a day-to-day basis is that when you're eating a meal in a restaurant, you're eating out, and the waiter asks, "Is your food okay?" and you've got your mouth full. Oh, they always do that, don't they? They
do that on purpose. You think they're not all right, mouth is full, and it's everything okay here? Great, thank you very much. I'll move on. That's 101 in serving, right?
You have to do the universal thumbs up, don't you?
Thumbs up.
You can't do the thumbs down, can you, as you're eating, because you're clearly eating it.
Or hate this, yeah.
Or hate this food. If you can think of a day-to-day embarrassing moment and you'd like to share it with us, let us know. The command to give to your device is the word say. I'm just reading the next one, and this happened to me the other day. The moment when you're in a waiting room for an appointment and they call your name out and you have to walk into that appointment when everyone's looking at you, so everyone knows your name. They know that you're going in for an appointment with the doctor. So yeah, that sort of moment. I feel very self-conscious when I'm walking and I know people are watching me. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, I do. I think I've gotten a little over that. Being a comedian after a while, I'm like, it's fine, whatever.
I mean, we share worse things on stage, don't we?
Yeah.
Number 3 on the list is parking in a car park while someone waits for you to drive in a space.
Yeah. Or giving someone a lift and then you have to park and you have to parallel or something, and they're sitting with you like. You're
so
like
humiliating.
Just give me a minute. I'm just gonna go again. Well, it's been 27 times. Let's give it a go.
I'll just move out of that space if they're watching me. And I am really bad at reversing. I have had incidents in the past, but it's only when people are watching me, and that's when I feel under so much pressure. Because you're just thinking, oh, they're watching me, and now I feel like I'm purposely going to mess it up. It's so much pressure, isn't it, when you're on that thing? Here's another one, Allyson. This is a horrible one. When you go in for a hug and the person goes in for a kiss on the cheek, and then you try and I had that with another comic one day, and it was the most. If someone I didn't really know that well, and I'd done a gig with them, and I said, "All right, went to see bye," and they sort of went for a hug, so I thought I'll go for a hug, and then they went for a kiss, and it was just we sort of banged faces. It was really. Really, really embarrassing.
The UK is quite kissy. Europe is a very kissy. UK and Europe, I've never been kissed so much. In Canada, people aren't kissers.
What's the goodbye greeting in Canada then?
You'd say goodbye, maybe go for a hug or a handshake. People are a bit more. I love now with the virus around. Some people just want to do a fist bump or a elbow touch, and then someone will go in for a handshake and you just hit their hand with an elbow. It's really fun on stage too when people see the miss trade off.
Well, that's the thing at the minute because of the old virus. So we're still working, myself and Allyson are stand-up comics in the UK. when someone walks on stage, so you introduce an act, I'd introduce Allyson, welcome to stage, Allyson June Smith, and you do a handshake to the person who's coming on stage, wouldn't you? That's how you do it. You'd walk off giving them a handshake. But now you can't do that. But no one's had the official conversation as to how we now greet each other on stage. So what's happening is people are walking on stage and some people are going for the handshake still, and some people are going for the elbow. It's just all over the place.
Some people are doing a fist pump. So it's like you end up punching someone's...
It's like really doing a 90s hip hop dance at the minute, trying to greet someone off stage. It's really, so we need to talk about that, really, don't we? How are you greeting each other? How are you doing that?
Are we gonna, or you establish yours. I don't handshake. I do this, or this is what so get ready for it.
Let us know your embarrassing moments, things that happen. We're talking things that happen day to day. So such as maybe waving back at someone who's not waving at you in the street.
I love that. That's a good one. That's a great
Then you realize, so things like that. If you can think of one, let us know. The command to give to your device is the word say, or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone, or if you're watching on YouTube, just type it in below. People, I'm just having a look through the list here.
I love this one. Go ahead.
Holly.
I was going to say this one I think is summarizes since we all have been thrown on Zoom and Google Meets and all these different types of online communication centers. The moment that you start to speak and your microphone is not on, which actually producer Will, that happened today. Funny enough, for a moment, to me it's just such a classic of this time. Like your mic's not on, your mic is not on. I love it. Or sometimes I like to let just people talk for a while without it on, and then let them get really into the story and then go, your mic's not on. It's fun for me.
She's cruel. I really like this one. At 14 on the list, we're talking about embarrassing things that happen on a day-to-day basis, is when you accidentally like someone's picture from, like, doing a little scroll on Instagram and you go a little too far back and you accidentally like it. And I've done that before, and it's so, I'll tell you a funny story, actually. So there's a comedian that we work with, and on Facebook, he invited me to like his comedy page, but I didn't want to. And anyway, I accidentally liked it. And he sent me a message going, finally, you've accepted my Facebook fan page invitation. It's only took you 2 years. And I was
no.
I
was actually going to unlike it and not be a part of it. But now you're watching. Yeah.
No. Yeah. So I do things. I've got big sausage thumbs. I'm always doing things like that, like accidentally liking stuff from years ago. But this one says, when you accidentally like someone you don't know that well's picture from their holiday to Mallorca with their ex in 2011.
Looks beautiful. You look really happy 8 years exactly. That's great. I mean, no. Can they tell if you like and unlike? Can you? Because I've done that sometimes.
I can tell you've done that, Allyson, on my pictures. I can tell you've done that before.
I just like to make people work for my life.
I think what happens, I don't know, actually. Can you let us know, by the way, if you, me and Allyson is really old, but can you tell? Let us know if you can tell, because I do that quite a lot. The command to give to your device, let us know, is the word say. It's just have you had that one where you pull up at the traffic lights and you're singing a song and then you look and there's someone watching you? You had that?
Always. Oh yeah, for sure. Just people watching you, really, or they pull up and you're watching them and they're giving her singing away, and then they turn and look at you and you're like, thank you for the concert. That was fun for me.
I've done one before where I've been dancing. So me and Allyson do a lot of driving in our job. And if I'm on the motorway over night time and it's quite quiet and stuff, I'll have a little dance. So I'll be driving. I'll be like, woo, shimmying away just to keep myself awake because I'm on a really long drive. And once someone drove past me and I could see they were filming me. And I'm like shimmying away. And I see this camera. It's like, well, I can't stop now because it'll look really awkward. So I just had to do it more.
Go the full distance. Yeah. Have you ever...
If anyone sees a TikTok of me dancing to Barry Manilow on the motorway, let me know, because I'm terrified it's floating around there.
And Hayley did not put it out herself, so
her name was Lola. Anyway, sorry, Allyson, what were you going to say?
All those views should be coming to Hayley's account. I one time I was listening to the local radio station, and a song was on, and I was really enjoying myself, and I was at a red light, and I was singing away, and I looked over and I just saw the person beside me, and I was like, oh, they are listening to the same song, because I could see us both singing the same song. So at one point they looked over at me, and then I really started to sing and was like pumping my fists, and they were like, yes. And so we started to sing. It was just like a nice little moment, a nice little connecting moment.
One.
Yeah.
Producer Will. While Producer Will's on, I'm just going to refresh.
Okay, fine. I didn't want to talk to you anyway, Hayley. So go on. Let's go. Let's go. Bye. What I've done is I've gone onto Hayley's profile on Instagram and I've scrolled all the way down. Well, not all the way down, but like a little bit ago.
Yeah.
And then what I've done, Hayley, is I liked and then immediately unliked one of your pictures.
Me?
Ooh,
Yeah. So can you tell me if
yeah.
you got a notification, please?
Yeah, did you get a note? And then we'll know if it was liked or unliked.
Have you just done it now? Have you just
I've
done it
just
now?
done it now. Have you got your phone
Yeah.
on you?
Okay.
Did it
Yeah.
say Will Dell liked your picture?
We're learning for all of you, so everyone we can. Did it
Will
show up?
Dell liked a picture from 1999? No, he didn't. It didn't. It
Oh,
didn't
okay.
say.
How was
It
that?
hasn't told me, so we do know. A little experiment for you there.
Okay,
You're
I'm
worried
gonna
that
do
you
it
haven't
again.
done that.
Liked,
Mhm.
unliked.
No, I'm not getting any alerts as far
Okay.
as I'm
Awesome.
aware.
It was a picture
Yeah.
of you
Everyone,
done.
you
So
were-
rest easy. You can
Yeah. If
thank
you make a
us now,
mistake, you
everybody.
can get out. You can get out.
If
Yeah.
you do it quickly, you're gonna be okay. That's producer Will promise.
Thank you, producer Will.
Science.
But, we go. Listen, it is now time for the funnest part of the show, in my opinion, because it's a game of competitive true or false. Myself and Allyson Dewsmith go head to head in a game of competitive true or false. Competitive because I make it that way. Now, in previous days, we've had people helping us out on the show. So please feel free to do that. We need your help if you are watching this show. If you think you know the answer to any of the questions, get involved. The command to give to your device is the word say if you're watching on an Echo show, or if you're listening on an audio-only Echo. Your chair's really loud, Allyson. Is that you or producer Will's
No,
mic
that's
still
Will. Will, we can hear you.
on? We can hear him. Yeah,
I will.
I will.
I can hear chairs and a sigh every so often. Creak, creak.
It's
Creak,
really
creak.
good when producer Will leaves his mic on because we can hear him leave the room. He's not even producing anymore. He's out. But listen, I digress. I got distracted by producer Will's creaky chair. If you know the answer to any of these questions that we are going to ask each other shortly, get involved with the show. Let us know. The command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone, type your answer in there. Or if you're watching on YouTube, type it in the box and we will get it. Let's be Team Hayley today. I mean, I'm winning it. I've won the week, haven't I?
You've destroyed this week. You've totally won. So yeah, look, we don't want to make it a competition. Just join in, right? You can, if you just know an answer, you can help either one of us. We are not keeping track of Hayley is. But it's more just about you guys getting involved by all means. And this is the easiest game to get involved with because it's true or it's false. So you got one or two answers to choose from. Give it a go.
So here we go. Allyson, I'm going to ask you the first question.
Okay.
First true or false question. Muscle turns to fat if you stop exercising. Is that true or is it false? Muscle turns to fat if you stop exercising. True or false? If you think you know the answer, you know the ways to get in touch by now. But if you don't, the command to give to your device, if you're watching on an Echo show, and this is Muscle, by the way, is the word say, followed by your guess. If you are listening on an audio-only Echo, go to backchannel.tv, type your answer in there. Or if you're watching on YouTube, type your answer in the comments below. The question is, true or false, Allyson? Muscle turns to fat if you stop exercising. True or false?
Well, I mean, I'm leaning towards true because, I used to be a professional bodybuilder. And if you were to see my body now, muscle turns to fat. Now, this could be a tricky trickster one, right? Because maybe it's like, no, it's still a muscle. It's just a flabby muscle. I kind of feel like muscle does turn to fat if you stop exercising.
I mean, I wouldn't know because I've never started exercising. I've got that. Is that muscle or what is that? What is it? It's a dinner lady arm.
Flabby muscle. That's a muscle in waiting is what I call that. So I'm going to say, I mean, if anyone out there is a personal trainer, PT, Doug, yes. Doug says yes. I agree. I do believe muscle turns to fat if you stop exercising. I am going with Doug. I am saying that is a true statement. True is my answer.
Thank you, Allyson. I can tell you, I'll just reiterate, muscle turns to fat if you stop exercising. Doug says that's true. Allyson says it's true. I can tell you it's false.
What?
Yeah,
Okay, what does it turn into?
Listen, I would have gone with you guys. Muscle cells and fat cells are two different types of cells. I can see that Tim said false, so Tim
False,
got it
yeah.
right. Well done, Tim. Yeah, muscle cells and fat cells are two different types of cells. So yeah, false. Well done, Tim. Doug, Allyson, I would have gone with you initially as well.
No, That's all right. That's all right. We know
On
now.
we
We've learned.
go.
It's not always about being right. Sometimes we're just learning things, and
It
Doug
is
and I
about
have.
it is about being right, Tim. Well done.
All right, Hayley, I have a question for you. All
Yes,
right, here we
Allyson.
go. Here we go. Here we go. The world's smallest book is 1 centimeter wide, 1 centimeter tall, and 4 millimeters deep. Okay, so the world's smallest book is 1 centimeter wide, 1 centimeter tall, and 4 millimeters deep. Is that true or is that false?
If it's true, I'd love to read it just to say I've read a book this year.
Done. Read a book. Read a book.
Read a book.
Yeah.
Read a book. I mean, it's so specific that I'm going to go true. But if you have read the world's smallest book, then let us know. 1 centimeter wide, 1 centimeter tall, and 4 millimeters. How would you need really big glasses for that?
You definitely
tiny, isn't it?
Or a what's the word I'm looking for? A
magnifying glass.
Thank you. I was going to say microscope, not microscope, magnifying glass, which my father uses instead of glasses. All right, let's move on. Yeah.
He doesn't still drive, does he?
Yeah, he does, and he wears 2 pairs of glasses sometimes. Anyway, moving on. He gets readers and just like piles them up.
If
Anyway.
you're listening from the driving association, do not arrest him. Imagine that. Just who's that man behind me parking with a magnifying glass? Allison's dad. The world's smallest book is 1 centimeter wide, 1 centimeter tall, and 4 millimeters deep. If you know the answer, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess, or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone, or if you're watching on YouTube, like Tim, who got the last answer correct, you can just type your answer in the comments. Do you know, Tim? Let me know. Because it's so specific, I think I'm going to go true.
You know, true.
But just give it a second, see if we get any more answers.
See if Tim or Doug or anyone comes in. No problem.
And it's so specific, but then I just don't know. They'd have to write it with a microscope, wouldn't they? The book.
Maybe, yeah.
I wonder what it's about. It's probably like my career history, just really small. Can fit it on that. Can fit it on a tiny little.
It's a book about my bad dates, is what it is, Hayley. It's a book about my bad dates.
Hey, Hayley, I wrote your autobiography. It's on a 1 centimeter. Right, here we go. I'm going to go true. I can't delay it anymore. I'm going to go true. So here we go. The question was, the world's smallest book is 1 centimeter wide, 1 centimeter tall, and 4 millimeters deep. Tim has got in touch. He says, I'm leaning towards true, but it could be smaller. That's interesting. I was saying true as well. I was thinking true also because it's so specific. Allyson, what's the answer?
Well, Tim was onto something. It is false. The smallest book is 0.0 millimeters by 0.10 millimeters. It's called Tiny Ted from Turnip Town.
How do they fit that on? How do they fit Tiny Ted from Turnip Town on a... Tim,
yeah,
you were right.
You were right, Tim. Good logic.
That was a bit of a tricky question because it's smaller.
But Hayley, I also liked your logic in that you're like, it's so specific, it's probably true. So, good instincts, I would say. Yeah, it wasn't right, but you know what? I get where you were going. I think that's really great. Tim, also good thinking. I love hearing people's logic into coming into answers if they don't know. I really do enjoy that.
I'm just Googling it because I want to see if it's on Amazon Prime. Tiny Ted from Turnip Town. Allyson, do you have a question? My question for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
World's smallest book. Do you know how much the world's smallest book is worth?
49 pounds.
$15,000.
No. 15,000. Is that it?
Oh,
Turnip Tim?
Sorry, $1,500. I read that wrong. I made but still.
That's still a very significant. They put a lot of data on computer chips, so it might be something like that. This is true, Tim. That is true. That is how
Tim?
Maybe they do it. Yeah.
You are very clever, Tim. Yeah. One day we should get Tim actually on the show to compete.
That'd be great.
Yeah, but yeah, you're completely right. I think it's on a microchip. Oh my days. But here we go. We are talking true or false here on the Hayley and Allyson show. If you'd like to get involved, then do so. The command to give to your device is the word say. If you're watching us on an Echo show. If you are listening on an audio only Echo, go to backchannel.tv on your phone, or if you're watching on YouTube, just put your comments in the box below. So, true or false? Olympus Mons, which is Mount Olympus on Mars, is taller than Mount Everest. Is that true or is it false? Olympus Mons is taller than Mount Everest. True or false?
Now, we had a question just the other day about the size of Mars. I feel like Mount Everest is, I feel like Mount Everest is taller, but I am not a moon expert.
No.
I know, Haley, there are many things I know about the moon. Get me talking about cats. Now, I
She
can't
won't
stop,
stop. She
right?
will not stop.
But the moon is not something that I know a ton about. But I just feel my gut says that Everest is taller. What do we think? Anyone out there? Any mountain experts? Any moon experts? I'm
Doug,
going strictly gut on this.
I've just seen that Doug has said false. Was that in relation to this question or the previous one? Sorry, my system's a bit slow there. So
yeah,
apologies.
so he's Doug and I are on the same page. Yeah, so Olympus Mons is taller than Mount Everest. Yeah, I think that's false too. I think Mount Everest is taller. So I am leaning towards. Well, I'm not leaning. That's what I thought. So yeah, Doug, your backup there makes me believe it. So I'm going with Doug. We are going with false. We think Mount Everest is taller.
Okay, I'll wait a second just in case Tim would like to contribute. The question was Olympus Mons, which is in brackets Mount Olympus on Mars, is taller than Mount Everest. Is that true or is it false? If you know, make a guess. The command to give to your device is the word say, or you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone. Doug is saying false. Allyson is currently saying false. Tim, I'm going to give you a couple more seconds because I know Tim's pretty on it.
And we do love
game.
Tim's logic, so it's always good to hear Tim's, I like the way he thinks, his background thoughts. But again, no pressure, Tim. You don't have to do them all.
I can see that Shiva has joined us from Florida. Good morning. If you would like to get involved with the game, then the command to give to your device is the word say, because you are watching on an Echo show. You just say the word say, followed by your guess. Tim is saying true. Doug is saying false. You were initially saying false. Who are you going to go with, Ali?
I guess I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to go with false. It's not anything between Tim and Doug. This isn't a competition, but I'm going to go with false. I'm going to trust my initial instinct. Haley.
Okay, I will tell you. But before I do, I'd just like to correct. I apologise. Her name is Sheila. Good morning, Sheila. Hello.
Sheila, sorry about that.
Yeah. Here we go. I can tell you the answer is, the question was, I'll just recap. Olympus Mons is taller than Mount Everest. It is true. Tim was right. Yes, Olympus Mons is taller than Mount Everest. Mount Olympus is approximately 74k feet tall. Mount Everest is only 29. So a big difference there.
All right. Well, Doug and I learned something. Yep.
And yeah, good morning, Sheila. Thank you for joining us. If you think you know the answer, the command to give to your device is the word say. Get involved with the true or false game. There are no prizes, but there is only one winner, and it's usually me.
Or Tim, actually, at this point.
Actually.
I think Tim is really the winner.
Yeah, I honestly, one day, Tim, me and you will go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire together, because I think you would win. So, Allyson, give me a question.
All right. Haley, the world's oldest known tree is over 9,000 years old. So the world's oldest tree is over the world's oldest known tree is over 9,000 years old. Maybe there's a tree out there we don't know about, but known is over 9,000 years old. Is that true or is that false?
Okay, well, this is really unfair, Allyson, because you have an advantage because you were around 9,000 years ago.
I was, yeah.
So you would probably seen that tree. You probably planted it.
I did plant it. I planted it. I watered it for many years. Do you know how to tell how old a tree is? Do you know what
you look at the rings?
Yes, you cut it and you look at the rings. Yeah.
I'd say
you kill it and then you count how many rings.
I would say I'm leaning towards true because trees are really old. They've always been around, really old. But I don't know. It could be one of these trickster questions again. Sheila, do you know? Doug, do you know? Take a guess. I mean, I don't know. We're just guessing here. But the world's oldest known tree is over 9,000 years old. Is that true or is it false? If you know the answer, you are watching us on an Echo show. Good morning. The command to give to your device is the name of your device, followed by the word say, followed by your guess. Tim has said, is this another trick question? That's what I'm thinking, Tim.
I know.
It'll be like, oh no, it's 8,999 days old. It'll be one of those. Go to backchannel.tv on your phone, type your answer in there as well if you're listening on an audio-only Echo. I'm thinking true, but again, Tim could be right. It could be one of these ones like, oh, it's one day older than 9,000 years.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go with my gut instinct. Doug, what we're saying? Sheila, do you have any idea? What do you think?
What's your initial instinct, Hayley? What do you think before they come in and
my
offer
initial
you great
instinct
suggestions?
is true.
Okay. Yep.
Just because trees are really old.
I will allow more answers to come in though before you give your final answer. I always like to know initial instincts, initial guts, because sometimes I feel the initial thought. They always say with true and false, trust your or multiple choice, trust your first gut. So your instinct, trust your first gut, not your second gut, not your third gut. It's got instincts. Sorry.
Trust your first gut. First gut sounds like a Jean-Claude Van Damme film. First gut. But
gut the sequel. Got the return.
Do you know what?
The never-ending gut. Sorry, I'm naming them all. We're at four versions of the gut.
It's such a horrible word, gut. The question was, just to recap, the world's oldest known tree is over 9,000 years old. Tim's saying true as well. Is it a petrified tree? Do you mean like scared, or is that a type of tools? I'm 9,000 years old. Oh, that's a type of tree, I presume. Yeah, I'm gonna. Do you know what, Tim? I was leaning towards true anyway, so I'm gonna go true.
All right. Well, as always, you and Tim have nailed it. It is true. In 2008, a tree calculated to be 9,550 years old, and it was found in Sweden. So yes, older than 9,000. Yes.
Can I just say, Tim, if we're like to amalgamate our names into like a pub quiz team name, we'd be called Him, wouldn't we? Hayley and Tim. Him.
Very nice.
Yeah. Well done, Tim. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well done, me as well. Well done, me.
Well done, me.
Okay, Allyson. Here we go. Playing competitive. True or false? Competitive because I make it that way. A cross between. This can't be true. A cross between a horse and a zebra is called a hobra. Is that true? How weird that I was just talking about mine and Tim's quiz name. A cross between a horse and a zebra is called hobra. Is that true or is it false? If you think you know and you are watching us on an Echo show, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess. Or if you're listening on an audio-only Echo, go to backchannel.tv or on YouTube, like Tim, type the comments in below. The question is, a cross between a horse and a zebra is called a hobra. True or false?
I just don't like the word hobra. So, I mean, I'm leaning towards false. What would the other one be? So it would be a Z-horse? What's better, hobra or Z-horse? I don't know. They're both ridiculous. I am really leaning towards false on this one just because I feel it's ridiculous. If we have any zoologists listening to us this morning, please.
If you're currently tending to your hobra at the zoo and you think, oh, they do
hang
exist.
on, I got a hobra for you.
I don't know why they were milking the hobra then. Oh, you don't milk a zebra.
You do not milk a hobra. No. You might milk a Z-horse, but you don't milk a hobra. Hobra.
Let us know. Let us know.
Hobra.
The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess. Doug, what we're saying, Sheila, if you would like to get involved as well, don't feel any pressure, but if you want to make a guess, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by true or false, or go to backchannel.tv and type your answer in there. What we're saying, I'll ask you again, Ali, the cross between, it's really making me laugh, this question. It's still really early in the morning and it's making me delirious. A cross between a horse and a zebra is called a hobra. Is that true or is it false? What are you thinking, Allyson?
I'm thinking false. Like my gut goes right to false. I think that's such a simple name. If there was the cross between a horse and a zebra, I'm sure there is. If there was, I'm sure there is. I'm sure it's called something else. That doesn't sound, so Tim put, that doesn't sound right. I'd say false. I don't want Allyson to get mad if I'm wrong though. Tim, I will not get mad. I will not get mad. But I'm kind of with you too. I thought false anyway. So, Tim and and I'm not mad at you, Tim, because I was going to go with false anyway. I'm going with false.
Okay. You're both completely correct. Well done, Allyson. Well done, Tim. Is false. The offspring of a male zebra and a female horse is called a zorse.
A zorse.
And the other way round is a zonkey. They're just making this up.
I like zonky. Zonky's fun.
Zonky is fun, isn't it? Not fun for the poor animal, though. Here we go.
No.
We're playing true or false. Do get in touch. Let us know what you think. Like I say, don't worry if you get it wrong. Listen, Tim. I mean, I know I do say I get mad. It's on me, though, at the end of the day. If I get it wrong, it's on me. Nothing happens. There's no prize. It's fine.
Yeah, and I don't get mad because I'm just used to losing to Hayley now. It's easier that way. It's just easier.
It is easier. It is. Just accept defeat.
We're all happier if Hayley's just winning. Sometimes when I win, I almost am nervous. I'm almost like, oh no,
she's gonna get mad.
I still want my friend Hayley. So it's exciting. So okay, Hayley, next question.
Yes.
Centipedes. You know, the ground little crawly weirdo things. Sorry if you like centipedes, everyone, I apologize. Centipedes always have 100 feet. So centipedes always have 100 feet. Is that true or is that false? Did you just act out a centipede? Thank you very much. That was...
Yeah, I did. And Sheila has said we are both winners. Oh, Sheila.
Sheila, thank you.
Yeah.
That's so nice. I like it when we get positive people. Sometimes we don't get positive people. So thank you very much, Sheila. You are a blessing to us this morning.
Sheila said I'm a winner. I'll take that. Centipedes always have 100 feet. Well, no, because what happens if they lose one? They might not have one. Do you mean you know what I mean? It happens, doesn't
Absolutely.
it?
That's great logic. Again, great background logic. Yeah. If they lose a foot, they don't have 100 feet.
Yeah. You know, it happens. But do centipedes always have 100 feet? If you know the answer, you'd like to make a guess. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess, or go to backchannel.tv if you're listening on an audio-only echo. And do you know what? I'm leaning towards false. Because you're telling me that someone has counted every single centipede's feet ever.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, someone probably has. That is a job. Imagine if that was your job, just to count centipedes' feet.
You would be called an ectomologist if you were a insect knowledgeable. But I've just looked that up. What do you call people who are experts in an ectomologist? So if there's any ectomologists out there, ectomologist. It sounds like something you catch. Ooh, I've got an ectomologist on my back. Ectomologist, yeah. So centipedes always have 100 feet. I mean, so again, Hayley, your initial instinct is false.
Yeah.
Because your logic is, what if they lose a foot? Which is great.
And also, I don't see how you would count every single... I don't think there's someone that counts every single centipede's feet. I don't think they have to register the birth of centipedes, do they?
I mean, again, I'm not an ectomologist. I wish I was. That would be... No, I do not wish I was an ectomologist.
Oh, no, that'd be a horrible job. I can't...
For me, anyway, yeah.
So I follow someone on Instagram at the minute who's in Australia, and every day she's posting a new bug that she's found in her apartment, and honestly, I can't...
No.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Sheila said true. Centi means 100. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. Okay. But you know what? Sheila, shall I go with Sheila or shall I go with my... Oh, do you know what? I'm going to go with Sheila. Let's say true.
You're going to go Sheila? You're going to say true? Okay, great. Sheila, thank you so much for joining us in the game. This is, it's so great to have you with us. And I hope you join us again. And don't be put off by the fact that it is not true. It is false. So don't worry though, Sheila. Hey, we're just glad to be playing the game with you. So it is false. There's no reason. I don't have an explanation here. It's just false. Centipedes always have 100 feet. Well, not always. So I'm going with Hayley's logic. What if they lose a foot?
Sheila did say she agreed with my logic. And Tim said maybe they get more legs as they grow older. More wisdom and more legs. You don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 47 legs, so I'm
because Allyson is really old.
Oh my god, I'm so old.
She's actually what you don't realize that's why we film ourselves from the waist up, so you don't have to see Allison's creepy 110 legs. But we are playing competitive true or false. Thank you for getting involved, Sheila, with the game. Allyson, here is your question.
Okay.
The world record for a human to hold their breath underwater is 8 minutes 27 seconds. Is that true or is it false? The world record for a human to hold their breath underwater is 8 minutes 27 seconds. And by the way, producer Will, before you answer that, Allyson, Tim, you're quite right. And producer Will said centipedes can have between 15 and 177 pairs of legs, depending on the species. Actually, go to a shoe shop for 177 pairs of shoes. Sorry, we digress. Allyson, true or false? The world record for a human to hold their breath underwater is 8 minutes, 27 seconds.
That seems like an excessively long period of time underwater. 8 minutes?
It could be Aquaman. Could be Aquaman.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. But Aquaman would not necessarily just be human. He would be a amalgamation of human and fish, or human and mammal.
If you're going to be pedantic about it, if you know the answer, if you're the person who holds the record for holding that breath underwater,
come up out of water and help us out. Yeah.
Help us out. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess if you're watching on an Echo show, or you can go to backchannel.tv, type your answer in there, or if you're on YouTube, you can type it in the comments box. The question was, again, Allyson, the world record for a human to hold their breath underwater is 8 minutes, 27 seconds. True or false?
Okay, well, if you guys don't mind waiting, what I'm going to do is go fill up my bathtub. And I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to see what I can get to.
We've got 5 minutes of the show left, Allyson. So
I feel like 8 minutes and 27 seconds is excessive. I'm going to say that's false. I'm going with false. I think it might be more than that. So false. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a lot. Maybe it is more than that. But regardless, my answer, no matter what the logic, is false. I'm with you, Tim. I'm going false.
Yep, Tim has said he think it may be.
Sheila said brain death starts at 10 minutes. Okay. I'm still going false. I'm going false. Yeah.
Wow.
That's really cutting it close. Yes, it is, Sheila. Yeah, I'm going false.
It is false. You are right. Listen to this. Sheila, you won't believe this. In 2016, a Spanish diver named Alex Segura Vendrell held his breath underwater for 24 minutes and 3 seconds. That is insane.
But you know what the thing was? He was obviously not very smart to start with to decide that this was the Guinness Book. This is the record he was going to beat. So, wow. How long again? I'm sorry, how many minutes?
He'd be great. Knowing you've had like Brussels sprouts on a dinner, he'd be great. Just be holding his breath. Wouldn't bother him. 24 minutes and 3 seconds. Unbelievable. Wow. Thank you, Sheila, for making a guess, and Tim as well. Also, thank you to everyone who's played True or False with us this morning. Do you know what? We'll ask one more question, only because I've seen what the next question is, and I know the answer's true.
And you know what? We're at a tie, so you're going to win. And I know you know this. We both know this. All right, Hayley, tell me this. Kim Cattrall. And I know because I've seen her at a club in the city. Kim Cattrall, I've given away the answer, who plays Samantha in Sex and the City, is actually from Liverpool. Is that true or is it false, Hayley?
It's true, Allyson.
Yes,
it is true. She was born in Liverpool, but then moved to Canada. So she's one of yours and one of ours.
Yay. So, Hayley, you've won the game. You've won the week. You've won the day.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim. Thank you to Sheila. And thank you to Doug for taking part in today's game. You are all winners on the Hayley and Allyson show. And thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. If you were enjoying the show and like to leave us a review or let us know what you think of the skill set of your device, if you go to backchannel.tv, you can hit the leave a review button there. But we end the show. By the way, stick around because the wonderful Liv Harrison is up next. And she is an absolute tonic. She's a joy.
She's a joy.
Yeah, she is. A joy. Yeah. So her show is coming up next, so stick around for that. She's here 8 till 10, I believe. And then after that is the Anthony Davis show, and Hal Rudnick is after that. So we've got shows here all day on the back channel, so do stick around and watch those. But we like to end the Hayley and Allyson show with a fun fact. And here's today's fun fact. The giant squid has the largest eyes in the world. Did you know that?
I did not know that. The giant squid has the largest eyes in the world. I wonder how big a giant squid is.
Just asking more questions. If you're a giant squid and you're watching us now, you're probably really enjoying it because you can see everything with those giant eyes.
Use one of your many tentacles.
Imagine being in a relationship with a giant squid. You wouldn't get away with anything because their eyes are so big. They're always like, I can see what you're doing. I can see what you said. I mean, why I'd be in a relationship with a giant squid, I don't know. It sounds like a B movie that maybe Tara Reid's in at some point.
And I would watch that in a heartbeat. That sounds exactly like the type of movie I want to watch. I want to see it.
But there you go. It's a little fact you can take away. Don't tell your friends. They won't want to be friends with you anymore if you just blurt that out. Hey, did you know the giant squid has the world's biggest eyes? I'll be like, why? Why are you telling me
in that movie, Nicolas Cage would play the squid. That's what I imagine. I imagine Nicolas. Yeah, he'd be a good big-eyed squid player. Well,
he makes a lot of unusual purchases. He probably owns the world's biggest squid. But yeah, the giant squid has the largest eyes in the world. That's the fact what we're going to choose to. Yeah, we're ending on that. You can't end on that. Yes, we can.
There's your weekend fact, everyone. You use that all weekend long. You tell that to every single person. Hey, you got big eyes, but you know what? I know an animal that has bigger eyes than you.
Oh, thank you for joining us today. You've been an absolute joy. We do appreciate it. Please come back on Monday. We're here Monday to Friday, 6 till 8 a.m. So do join us. We really love talking to you. Like I say, we've got shows here all day. So stick around for Liv Harrison, who is up next with her show Live Every Day. And we hope you have wonderful weekends, don't we, Allyson?
Absolutely. Please enjoy it. Live it to the fullest. And we cannot wait to be back with you on Monday morning, everyone.
Take care of yourselves and we'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye.